On the 2 weeks, take your seats. 2 weeks before I was getting married, my uncle had a mental problem. So my grandmother was laying in the bed, and while she was asleep, he killed her. What? And then killed himself. But because my grandmother, out of all of the grandchildren and children, every Sunday we were in Sunday school and church, all we could think about was the foundation that she had laid. So what did the family do? The family called and said, we're on our way to the church house. I'm telling you this to tell you this. In the midst of your trouble, if you go to anyone else but God, you have already failed. Yes. You've already failed. You've already lost the battle. If you lean to people, I don't care. I don't depend. This is a good. Now listen to what I'm going to say. My wife don't depend on me. And I don't depend on her. But we have learned to depend on God. There you go. He's the one. If you don't learn how to depend on God totally,
that's right. Amen. It's true. He will teach you.
You ain't going nowhere.
That's right. That's right. Nowhere.
Because you can go so far in the natural.
That's very true. That's it. You can go so far
in the natural. If you depend on your husband more than you depend on God, God will create circumstances to teach you who to depend on. If you depend on your wife more than you depend on God, God will bring you situations out of the realm of conscious understanding to make you turn to Him.
Yes, He will. He's jealous. Yes, He is. Yes, He is.
Check the stream. You depend on your son. You depend on your daughter more than you depend on God.
Break it down. That don't work.
God will create circumstances that even Obama can't solve. Come on here now. Just because he's in the White House, his mother-in-law don't depend on him.
No.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
That's right.
She is the first African American grandma.
That's right.
In the White House.
Right.
I know the house might be white, but she brought some flavor to it. And ain't gonna tell me that woman ain't in there praying for Obama, praying for Michelle, and praying for them children. If you depend on anybody besides God, you're already in trouble. When I got married, my wife was making more money than me. And Pastor Katrina, I knew on Saturday, I knew she had money Friday. But I knew on Saturday that she was going to have big money. But something God taught me. Something God taught me. Not to depend on my wife.
That's it right there.
That's right. Amen.
My wife had a little pride.
I'm telling you.
She was making money and she was a little prideful.
That's all right. That's all right.
That's all right. But come on, I'm gonna tell the truth because I'm gonna tell you the quickest way to get in trouble when you're making money.
Yeah.
Because when you're making money, that's a trick. And you think you all that, God will strip you of all of that.
Yes, He will.
God, listen. God wants to deal with my wife. Come on, I know I'm being transparent here. Come on, I know you're being transparent, but I'm going to show you how God did. God was dealing with my wife, but I was being affected.
That's right.
Oh, you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that. But the one that has the pride in them, because they have substance, you affect your whole family.
That's very true.
Because now my income wasn't carrying the weight, so God made her live off of my income.
Come on, God.
God took what I was making, covered what she was making, and we still went to the movies. You ain't heard nothing I'm saying. You ain't heard nothing I am saying. I'm trying to teach you something. You ain't heard nothing I'm saying. Because the number one thing you can't have in your life is pride.
Come down.
And you know black folk can get pride easy because they ain't used to having money.
That's right.
That's all right.
Come on, you ain't used to have no money.
That's right. No, sir.
Not that kind of money.
Come on here now. Let me tell you something. I'm going to show you how God deal with you. I blew my mind wife so bad I was crying.
Wow.
You hear me? Let me tell you something. You don't know who's watching you.
That's right. That's right.
We were talking about angels this morning.
Yes.
Mother, I was at a church. The church wouldn't pay me. I was at the church 7 days a week.
I know what you mean. Church won't pay.
Started at 6 a.m. prayer. Pastor Katrina, there was 64 people on staff. When I left, there was 103 people on staff, and I never got on staff, but I got more plaques than any of them. From the mayor, from the city attorney, from the senators. They in my office. Watch what I tell you. And my pastor never put me on staff. And you know what God taught me? Don't you never put faith.
That's it.
Too many times we put faith in
I mean that.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Too many times we put come on. You grandma getting a check. And you waiting for your grandma to get her check so you can spend grandma's money. You ain't heard nothing I'm saying. You ain't heard nothing. Come on, you ain't spending grandma's check. Come on, grandma needs to spend her own check. You need to be giving to grandma.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. You know Christmas coming. Look at somebody say Christmas coming.
Christmas is coming.
Say Christmas coming. Look at somebody say Christmas coming.
Christmas is coming.
You know what I used to do when Christmas was coming? I got a job.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got a job.
Seasonal job.
I got a job. And because I got a job,
I know what you mean.
Grandma and Mom wanted to do more for me because I was doing for myself.
There you go.
Right there.
Now that's
You got to deal with the pride in your life.
That's right.
That's it.
You're
Right
about it.
Now that's the truth.
You can't walk around like this
Right.
All the time.
Right.
all day. Hand out.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
sweeten her like cherries, pumped her up like strawberries,
Come on now.
and squeezed all the lemon juice out. Come on here now. Do you hear what I'm saying? You gotta deal. Listen. You gotta deal with your pride.
You gotta deal with it. It'll deal with you.
That's the truth.
Brother, my wife would go to work, make $1,000 one day. One day.
Yep.
One day.
Some good money. Pay all your bills with one check. I feel you.
Come on here. God made her. She lost that job.
I feel you.
Watch this. The first, I don't know why I'm going this way this morning.
That's
The first car I bought my wife, I bought it. She was nowhere around. I bought the car. You know why?
That's all right.
Because every morning at 6 a.m. I was in prayer.
All right, Paul. That's all right.
Monday through Friday I was in prayer. And on Saturday when she went to work, I would go up Ladera Heights in California, up in the mountains, and go into prayer.
Amen.
And I would start speaking in tongues.
Go on, Apostle.
And one day I was speaking in tongues. I was up there for about 45 minutes. And this came out of my mouth. There be more with us than be with them.
Come on now.
And I read it in the scripture with Elijah.
That's it.
And I found out that every time God give you a prophet, it's more with the prophet.
That's very true.
Come on here. It's more with the prophet than be with you. God assigns legions of angels for prophets. God will put a prophet in your midst. Everybody got a prophet, but it be more with us than it be with them. And then God said, open. Then the servant said, open his eyes. You better hear what I'm saying. God don't send no prophet to no area for nothing.
No, he doesn't.
I don't care how dry it
That's
is.
very true.
I don't care. If it's dry, the prophet gonna make it work. Prophet gonna make it rain. And the first rain gonna bring is gonna be revelation.
Amen.
When you begin to receive revelation, and as you get hungry for that revelation, then things begin to open up in other areas of your life. But one thing you got to do, you got to deal with that pride.
Amen.
God dealt with that pride.
He'll deal with it.
Let me tell you something. I went to the car dealer. Before we got to the car dealer, I bought a $300 car. When we turned the curb, prophet would lean. I would hold her. The door would go open, and I would turn the car, straighten up, and we.
That's all right. The door
ain't have no lock. It wasn't closed. But watch this now. See, in California, you ride the bus.
Oh, yeah.
So I was used to riding the bus. I come from New York.
Yeah.
So she didn't know nothing about the bus. Her mom and daddy had spoiled her.
Lord.
But that's all right. When God took her in the wilderness and had to strip her of 40 years of old negative thinking. Oh, you didn't hear nothing I'm saying.
No.
Come on here now. See what I said? Let me tell you something about faith people. People that got a lot of faith. People that faith movement. Sometimes they ain't got no holiness.
Okay.
Fingernails out here, hair down to here. You talking about these girls wearing 6-inch pumps? She was wearing 10 inches.
That's too much.
Then talk about her ankles. Come on here now. But I caught you. This is what Jesus told Judas. You only meet yourself.
That's right. You become one.
Come on in there.
That's all right, Apostle. I like this tag team, miss.
We're in a season. Come on here now. We're in a season.
Yes, we are.
And God not just bringing revival. God is not just bringing the flow of the Spirit. But there's a restoration coming to the church. A restoration of favor. A restoration of opportunities. Come on here now. You gotta understand where God want to put you. But you gotta let God deal with your pride.
Amen.
Yes, we do.
And you cannot be dependent on no one but God.
That's right. Very true.
I understand Gail was Oprah's friend, but I believe that Gail was praying. That's why she got that $1 million.
You're right. She was. Talk tonight.
Come on. You gotta have some kind of prayer life. Because prayer keeps you humble.
Yes, it does.
Prayer strips you of your pride, because now the supernatural begin to take over the natural carnality of our mind, and God can intervene for us. Why? Because we are the conduit from which He can work in the earth.
Amen. Very good.
Come on here now. So you're going to have to let God humble you.
Amen.
Brother, let me tell you something. When I got my wife that car, I took that old $300 car to the dealer, and they put me in a Toyota 4Runner, nice wheels, chrome, gold, and I drove it to her. I said, honey, listen, come on here now. I don't care how much she was working, she could not be gone.
All right, that's right.
You can't outbeat God. Now I was telling you about angels because see, you gotta. I want everybody to be sensitive in this season to the people that you're.
That's it.
My wife and I was working at the church every Sunday, not getting paid. 4 years, 5 years, 6 years that went by, and these people came through and said, you know what? I've been watching you.
Watching somebody. Why you doing your work?
He said, I know your wife's birthday coming. What you gonna get for her? I said, I'm gonna buy a few songs. Do you know? She said, I'm gonna help you. This is what the family said. You know what they did? Put $1,000 in escrow in a title company. At the end of 30 days, it was $30,000. Me and Walt Disney, we know each other. His son, we gave him a check for $30,000, and we took over the salon. Say money. Say finances. Say this is a season for that. I need you to lift your hands. Hear me by the Spirit. Say money. Say finances. This is a season for you to enter my life in another level. Lord, I open my hand. Come on, turn your palms up. I turn my palms up to receive. I open my heart to receive. Come on. Only God can deal with the supernatural. And when you begin to deal with 5 and 10, 15, 20, $30,000, this is God dealing with people on your behalf. Oh, you know, I just hear God say loans are coming through. I just heard it by the Spirit. Loans are coming through. I don't know who. Boy, if you in need of a loan, you got to share it up. God say loans are coming through. Loans are coming through. Loans, just lift your hands right. Say loans are being released. Say I receive. Say I receive. Loans are being released. Loans. Financial loans are being released in this season. Loans.
You right about it.
I hear God say governmental loans are being released. Governmental loans. There's some things with the government as far as loans are being released. Oh God.
Oh my God.
Oh God. Say, I receive. I receive. There's some things happening. There's some things, some financial things happening. Providence. See, if you let your pride go, watch this. Let me. You gotta stay with me here, amen. Because
I know God is strictly. He stripped me of my truth.
how can I say this? Listen to me. There will never be a day in your life that you have nothing to say. Come on here now. There'll never be a day in your life you don't have something to say.
That's right.
There'll never be a day in your life.
That's the truth.
Do you know the way you look at people is something that you sow?
That's very true.
That's true.
Do you understand that? When you get up in the morning, you hug your children. That's something that you sow.
It sure is.
When you get up in the morning and you say, hello, honey, you're sowing something.
That's right.
What are you sowing? What kind of attitude do you have in the morning when you get up? Watch it. That's in Galatians 6 and 9, if you want to know those. You will always reap what you sow.
Yeah, you will.
Come on.
You got that right.
That's in the book of Galatians. Somebody read it. Galatians 6 and 7. Read it real quick. Read it. Galatians 6 and 7.
Be not deceived, for God is not mocked. Whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap.
You will always reap what you sow. Can I tell you in this season, watch your words?
That's exactly right.
That's it.
Can I tell you in this season, watch your words?
That's it. That's very
Watch your words.
That's very true. But it will follow your word. I'm telling you.
Amen.
Watch your words.
Watch your words.
In this season. See, we're moving into the Feast of Tabernacle. This is a season of joy.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
This is a season of harvest. Come on. This is supposed to be a holy convocation starting next Sunday night.
Yeah.
It was commanded by God to give God 8 days of celebration.
Yes.
And when you celebrate God for 8 days, He gonna celebrate you for the whole year. You're setting yourself up for the next year. You're setting yourself up.
Yes.
And watch this. I got this thing planned because on Tuesday night, Connie Williams is going to close. She's from Ball Ground, Georgia. On Wednesday night, Apostle Hunt is going to start. That's the blood moon. So I'm looking for the climax on Wednesday night, and then the beginning on Thursday. On Tuesday night, the climax, and Wednesday, the beginning. I mean, they're going to walk in this place. Apostle Hunt said, Apostle, when I get there, I would have been on a fast 11 days. He's fasting right now in Florida. He's fasting right now. He's fasting right now. Prophetess is fasting right now.
That's what you do right there. That's what you're supposed to do.
My Lord.
Seed faith is sowing what you have been given
That's right.
to create what you have been promised. Seed faith is sowing what you have been given to get what you've been promised.
All right, yeah, that's true.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Seed faith.
See, baby.
You know who started, you know who was a master of seed faith? Oral Roberts.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Oral Roberts.
Yeah.
And the anointing on Oral Roberts was so strong. Kenneth Copeland caught the anointing, and he was the pilot. He wasn't even the armor bearer.
That's very true. Very true.
He used to fly Oral Roberts everywhere.
Yes, he did. That's where he did. got his own.
Somebody go to 1 Kings 17. Come on, 1 Kings 17. 1 Kings 17, verse 13. That's where we going. Say, the spirit of poverty is not going to hang around me. Say, the spirit of lack is not going to hang around me. 1 Kings 17, verse 13.
And Elijah said unto her, Fear not, go and do as thou hast said, but make me thereof a little cake first.
Seed faith. She had to. Listen to me now. She had to seed her faith. She had to release her faith. She didn't release her seed until her faith was released. Elijah asked her for a seed. Make me a cake, but you can't get a cake if you can't release your faith. Your faith must go before your seed.
Amen. That's so true.
Your faith must go before your seed. That's why before you can have a boy, there got to be a seed. Before you can have a girl, you got to have a seed. Can I tell you something? When your mother became pregnant, you was 1 in a million. Because in order for you to be born, there's 1,000,000 sperm seeds released, and you're the one that got through the tunnel.
That's right.
Come on.
That's right.
That means you fought your way through the flood. Let me give you another one. Your seed is anything that bless somebody else. Turn to the book of Luke 6:31. Come on. Whoever get it, I need you to read it. Stick with me. 6:31. Luke 6:31.
6:31.
6:31. Read.
And as ye would do that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise.
Read.
For if ye love them which love you, what thank have ye? For sinners also love those that love them.
But read verse 31 again.
And as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise.
Now listen to the principle of seed faith. Your seed is anything that bless somebody else. Listen to what Jesus said. What you do for others, do likewise. Listen to what Jesus said. Listen to what he said. Read in the Amplified. Luke 6:31. And Jesus answered.
Okay, I do have the Amplified.
Read the Amplified.
The Amplified says, I have technology, I'm so
And
sorry.
as you would like and desire that men would do to you, do exactly
That's
so
it.
to them.
You see the principle of seed faith?
Yes, that's true.
Whatever you want someone to do for you,
Do for them. That's right.
come on, seed faith. Your faith has to go before your seed.
Yes.
Your seed comes to you after your faith. Watch this. Somebody get 2 Corinthians 9, 6 and 11. 2 Corinthians. Okay, here's the principle. The law of the seed, sowing and reaping, was intended to birth encouragement, hope, and excitement towards a harvest. Come on here now. Too many people feel burdened when they are seeding, when they are giving.
That's true.
The reason there's no revelation, some people got revelation.
Oh, yeah.
I was at a Kenneth Copeland meeting. And, it's called the 2000 because he was upgrading his Learjet. And so everyone that was a part of that Lear jet that he was upgrading had to give a $2,000 seat. And you should have heard the testimonies of people that had sold into the Lear jet. But watch this. There were people there that were sowing into the jet that knew him when he was driving a truck. Say better is the end.
Better is the end.
Read.
But this I say, he which soweth sparingly shall reap also.
If you sow sparingly,
and he which soweth bountifully shall reap.
you gonna reap sparingly.
That's right, you sure will.
You can't sow $100 for a $20,000 car.
No, you cannot.
Come over here now. You can't sow. Come on, you lying to the realm of the spirit. Now watch this. I'm gonna tell you something that's deep. You can't even sow if you ain't a tither.
You sure can. You got to tithe first. Amen.
Because if you're not a tither, you're already subject to the word.
That's right. Already.
I ain't even gonna say you under a curse. You subject to the word. Amen. Now, let me tell you what a tither is like. A man in a divorce.
Okay, wow.
When you don't tithe, you divorce from God.
That's right. It's true.
When you don't tithe, God considers you a backslider.
That's right.
He said, listen, he said, I'm going to divorce you. I'm married to the backslider, but I can't give you no benefits.
That's true.
Right.
Come on here now.
That's right.
So that means everything that God has for you is laid up
That's very true.
for the just,
That's it.
for the wealth of the wicked. See, watch this. When he was talking about the wealth of the wicked, he wasn't talking about the sinner. He was talking about the church.
That's right. That's exactly what he's talking about.
The book ain't written for the sinner. The book was written for Israel.
That's right. You go on.
Which is God's people. Amen.
Come on, let me give you another principle. Let me give you another principle. Let me tell you what the word wicked means. The word wicker is the same word that comes from wicker, which means twisted thinking.
There you go.
Very true. That's it.
Let me give you another principle. Your seed is any tool God has given you to create your future. God has given each one of you something that will help you develop your future. Turn to 1 Kings 17. Come on, I done written down all the scriptures, got my little notepad. 1 Kings 17.
17 and
12. Verse 12, read.
And she said, as the Lord thy God liveth, I have not a cake, but an handful of meal in a barrel.
Watch this now.
And a little
God is about to use a cake, a handful of meal to create a future. All she had was a cake. All she had was a cake and a handful of meal.
That's right.
And she's about to create her future.
That's right.
She's about to create her future
That's right.
from a handful of meal. I'm going to give you another one. Something you have been given by God will create anything else you have been promised by God. You hear me? Something you've been given by God will create anything else you've been promised by God. Turn to 2 Kings chapter 4. 2 Kings chapter 4, verse 1. Verse 1, read.
Now there cried a certain woman of the wives of the sons of the prophets unto Elisha, saying, thy servant, my husband, is dead. And thou knowest that thy servant did fear the Lord. And the creditor is to come to take unto us and take him, my two sons, to be bondmen.
Can I tell you, God is going to resolve some credit issues.
That's right.
You're right about it.
God is going to resolve.
Now, you're right about
Come on, hit that. You just want to go ahead and lift your hands.
Now you are right about it.
You receive that impartation. Because God is going to resolve some credit issues.
Amen.
He's going to dissolve them and resolve them.
Tell it. Amen.
Come on.
Tell it.
See, you got to be able to see that thing in the scripture. When you see it in the scripture, say, Lord, I receive that. We can't be walking around in debt. We can't owe nobody no 20 and 30 and 40 and 50 and $60,000 and we ain't got $1 million in the bank.
That's very true. That's the truth.
Come on, watch this. Watch this. Do you think Joshua wasn't a millionaire? Come on, do you think, excuse me, a billionaire? Come on. Think about this. The Bible says that when the children of Israel came out of Egypt, they were whole.
That's right. They had everything they needed. That's right. They had all they needed.
Watch this now. Watch this now. Do you know that Israel didn't even deal in paper money? They dealt with gold. They dealt with silver. Now watch this. How we came under bondage was because they tried to change the currency.
Yes. As they still do.
And when they changed the currency, they took or bought the gold, gave them paper in return.
That's right.
Excuse me, they didn't give them paper. It was a wooden nickel. Paper wasn't existing.
Wouldn't you know?
Look at China and the yen.
That's right.
Yen can't compare to the dollar.
Sure can.
Look at Europe.
The Vietnamese don't.
Look at Greece. Even though the dollar is losing value.
Oh, yeah.
The ruble. That's right.
But what's happening is, before we came on the scene, they had shifted the gold market into paper money. Because it was easier to travel. When they shifted the gold into paper, then the market shifted, the price of gold went up, and the price of paper went down.
Amen.
But here's what I'm saying. Because that's why 90% of America don't have no gold.
Sure don't.
But if you deal with any Jewish family, you're going to find gold in their safety.
That's right.
God was dealing with this woman about her future and about creditors. Listen to what God is saying. Verse 2. Read.
And Elijah said unto her, What shall I do for thee? Tell me, what hast thou in the house?
What do you want God to do? Because the prophet was showing up like God. He said, I'm going to answer your prayer right now. I'm going to answer your prayer right now. I'm going to answer your prayer right now.
Wow.
I'm going to answer your prayer. The prophet here. What you want? Santa Claus on the roof.
Say it. Tell him.
That's the way you act.
That's right.
People come to you, you don't even know what to say. Santa Claus on the roof? Well, what you? I don't care about Santa Claus. When someone of wealth gets in front of you, have an answer.
That's very true. Not fiddling around, playing. Oh, Jesus.
When opportunity arises, there will be no room for preparation.
That's right. That's true. Very true.
You know, I got in my mind right now. If Bishop Blake ever asked me what I need,
All right.
if Clarence McClendon ever asked me what I need,
Come on.
President Obama ever asked me what I need.
You got it in your
If a man of influence ever asked me what I need, I got it written down right here.
Well, they sure gonna ask me.
Can I tell you?
right there.
Can I tell you?
They gonna ask
You better get what you really want from God in your heart right now.
Say that.
You better stop asking God for $5,000 or $10,000.
Thank you.
Come on here now.
50,000.
A house costs
Just started.
to live decent in LA. You got to have at least $400,000.
Yes, you do.
Anything less than that, or excuse me, you can live in the ghetto, a ghetto house, $600,000. A ghetto house in LA,
That's right.
off of Crenshaw Boulevard, where they do all the shooting, all the gangbanging, Compton. $600,000.
In the name of Jesus. Wow.
Oh, excuse me, 3 bedrooms. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 baths. Bars on the window. Bars, except for if you get in the fire. Come on now. You gotta get your consciousness up in this season.
Yes, you do.
You gotta move your consciousness. What you want? You want to graduate from college? You want to graduate from school? Go shoot. Come on here now. I was working for companies. These companies would bring they would buy their daughter, 16, 17 years old, brand new cars, put them on their credit, let them establish credit. By the time they 25, they graduated from school, had a part-time job and credit.
That's right.
Say that.
Great credit, not messed up credit. Amen.
And here it is, you 40 and ain't got no credit.
That's right. That's terrible.
Something wrong with that.
Amen.
Bad man.
Come on here now. See, let me give you another principle. Write this down. I want you to write this down. When you let go of what is in your hand, God will let go of what is in His.
That's right.
My Lord, I know this is true.
When you let go of what is in your hand, God will let go of what is in it. All you got to do is text it to yourself. I do it all the time. I be in prayer and I be texting myself. You know how you get them 800 numbers? They be calling. I just said text to myself.
Can you say that again? Can you repeat it?
When you let go of what is in your hand, God will let go of what is in His hand. That's Philippians 4. We're going to go to Philippians 4, verse 15. Philippians 4. Now I'm going to tell y'all something. This ain't playing. Because we believe God for a fresh word every Sunday morning. This ain't playing. I wasn't sitting there last night talking about we're going to talk about this. No, that's not how we do ministry. Before I came in here, we were having problems with the streaming because we're streaming now.
Praise the Lord.
And I had to call the company and they had to reload the program. Watch this now. And I said, Lord, I don't like being aggravated before service. I don't like to be, bothered. And I heard prophetess and I said, I had to go in there and get on my knees. First I went to the bathroom trying to get some peace. Then I went in the office and the man of God came in. I said, God, I can't go out here like this. Show me. And he said, I want you to play this song. And then he gave me the second song. And then he took me into the ministry. You gotta listen to what am I saying? I'm saying whatever you're gonna do tomorrow, wait for God to give you His instructions.
No, that's the truth. That's true. Amen.
Philippians 4:15. Read.
Now ye Philippians, know also that in the beginning of the gospel, when I departed from Macedonia, no church communicated with me as concerning giving and receiving, but ye only. For in Thessalonica ye yet was once again unto my necessity. Not because I desire a gift, but I desire fruit that may abound to your account. But I have all and abound. I am full, having received of Epaphroditus the things which were sent from you, an odor of a sweet smell, a sacrifice, acceptable, well-pleasing to God. But my God shall supply all your need according to his riches in glory by Christ Jesus.
He said, even though you supplied unto my need, it went up to God as a sweet smelling savor, and in return, God shall supply all your needs. Notice the thing about the apostles. The apostles were like the prophets. They shifted the people to God and not on other leaders. God is your source. And if you don't have faith to release in God, you can't have faith to release into man.
Very true.
I'm going to give you another one. I want you to get this one. If you keep what is presently yours, that is the most it'll ever be.
Very true. That's true.
Very true.
You get that?
Yeah.
If you keep what's presently yours, that's the most it'll ever be. Why? Because it's just sitting stagnant. Oh, I'll give you a scripture for it now. I'll give you a scripture for it. Matthew chapter 25, verse 24. Read.
That's a good one.
Matthew
25 and 24.
and 24.
Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown.
See, now he's trying to calm God. Trying to tell God what he is. Read.
And gathering where thou hast not strawed.
1 minute, he's trying to tell God, that God, you trying to get something you ain't sold for. Not realizing that everything that you are came from God. He's trying to con God that created you.
That's very true.
Read.
And I was afraid and went and hid thy talent in the earth.
So now he's trying to say to God, you put fear on me. No. God had not given us the spirit of fear, but of love and of power and of a sound mind. Read.
Lo, there thou hast that is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gathered where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchange.
He said, listen, if you know that I reap where I don't sow,
There you go.
you should have gave my money to some asset management companies and let them invest it for
There
you.
you go, right there.
Come on here now. He said, if you know I'm that type of God, why would you hold what I gave you? So now remember the principle. What was the principle? If you hold what you presently have, that's all that it ever needed. What did he do? Because he buried his talent. That was all he had at the end. When it came to that great day when the trumpet sounded.
That's right.
That's why people don't get nowhere.
That's the truth.
Oh, that's good. I know it's good.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I know it's good.
Yes, it is.
Because it was dealing with me too.
That's right. Amen.
You think me and prophets don't have to sow?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know.
You better believe we have to sow.
Amen.
Do you know all of last month when I sowed the tithes? Pastor Katrina, I would take the tithes out, and you know what God would tell me? Give all the tithes. I'm sorry. When I say give all the tithes away, instead of giving the tithe, he would say give it all.
That's right.
I said, and you know how you sit there and you say, God, you sure that's you? And I say, God, you know I got to do this. I say, God, you know I got to do that. He said, give it all. And then I found out about God. If he can't trust you with a little, He's definitely not going to give you much.
That's the truth.
Because you can't be trusted with a dime, he ain't going to give you a quarter. And if you can't be trusted with $100, he ain't going to give you 1,000. And if you can't be trusted with 1,000, he ain't going to give you 10. And if you can't be trusted with 10, he ain't going to give you 100. We got to get out of this vein of lack and hindrance and self-indulgence.
That's very true.
Come on in there. We're in a season of harvest. Do you realize you're supposed to be